by step. Now, just quickly talking about the match, 180 to get on this surface, the way it's playing. Do you think that England would fancy their chances?
Yeah, I think absolutely, because there is a bit of dew around as well, and I think it's going to get difficult later on for the West Indies bowlers to keep that ball really sort of dry. And we've got a good batting lineup. Ian Belding's come back in the side. I think he will help us, and the rest of the guys are looking in good form. So we desperately want to win this game, and hopefully we can get over the line.
Like the confidence, go well in the run chase.
Thank you very much.
It's always a fun interview with Monty Panesar. He's not shy of showing his dance moves, which he has quite a few. A 180 is the target of 20 overs. And 9 runs per over required for England Masters. Not going to be an easy chase, but they need a few at the top.
Teams that you can take lightly. What a catch! Come on! Ingat ang mga wasagi. Nanakarad.
ජොබ් එකක් හොයාගෙන එලොව ගිහින් රාජකුමාරියක් කරගහගෙන මෙලොවට ඩගීගේ කතාව ජොබ්ලස් ඩග්ලස්
Well, the West Indies were put to bat first, and bat they did after Eoin Morgan won that toss, and they had a flamboyant start in that power play. 69 runs in the power play, and then the spinners came to the party. Picked up 5 wickets in the middle, kept the Windies quite at that fabulous catch by Tim Ambrose. But on the other side, in the end, you had a certain Ashby Nurse as well as Dion O'Ryan to give them that finish they required, putting up 179 more, of course, Bill Bowden keeping it extremely entertaining here at the International Masters. Again, it's a party in the studio. You've got Sourav Richards along with Darren Gough. Good evening, gentlemen.
Great to see you.
It's so good to see you. And you'll be very happy with the finish that the Windies have done.
I was pretty impressed with the start,
yes.
But then in the middle, I think we lost our way a little bit. But at the end of the day, Dion O'Ryan came to the party and finished in good style.
But have you enjoyed yourself? You caught you in the dugout. What were the talks like there?
Well, just say hi to the guys. You know, there's some guys who I know, and as you know, we all West Indians, and there's some old talk. So it was great also to see the universal boss. He looks like he could still be playing, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so do you. Did you feel like batting up and coming out of bat?
Don't let the looks fool you. It's all about the feeling.
But the fitness,
Well,
the fitness ain't fooling me.
that's for the look. That's for the look.
All right. But what about you, Darren? You'll be happy with that bowling effort from England as well.
Well, look, not to start with, I think the seamers have really struggled for England. They really have the last few days. But the spinners have shown when England can bowl first and use their best part of their team is the two spinners. Schofield lobbing it up there with a little bit of spin, leg spin, and then Panesar varying his pace but mainly firing it in, and he's hard to get away. He bowls wicket to wicket, and it showed that's England's strength, bowling the two spinners.
Right, but if you could just decode the style in which these two spinners took wickets, Schofield as well as, of course, Monty Panesar.
Well, like I said, Schofield coming in, I thought, well, it's either six or out this. That's the way the West Indies have got power to their game. That's their biggest strength. And I thought he's going to lob it up, and there it goes. He went for it, Smith, didn't he? Caught in the deep. Good catch, actually, from Ambrose. What a catch that was. And then Gale, you don't see that very often. What was he doing? Gale hit down the ground, trying a little paddle. Hey, Viv.
No,
West Indies.
that's not his style, really. He's more of a power man.
Power.
Down the ground, that's where he takes you.
Let's have if you batted up, how would you play these spinners?
Well, right now, I don't think I would have a chance. Early on in my career, maybe I would do rather better than at the stage I'm at now.
Right.
You know, I'm in the twilight zone of my life, you know.
Oh, no.
I was going to ask you, Viv, did you enjoy touring India, actually, with the West Indies?
Always. It's always one of the best places to be. I'm one of these individuals who enjoy good food.
Yes.
And whenever I come to this part of the world, there's a whole lot of spices.
Yes.
So I totally enjoy that.
Is there a certain dish that you've really enjoyed from
Oh,
India?
I love my mutton rogan gosh, my pilau and all that, a little yellow dal with some boiled rice.
Oh, well, he knows his Indian food.
And I'm going to ask you one thing when you toured India, though. I mean, West Indies were always famed for having 4 fast bowlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just used to bowl your offies?
Well, I used to get some wickets because whenever those guys then were pretty lethal. So whenever they had a little respite, I will come on and I just need to get it in the right place and I'll pick up a few.
That's the one.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to that, if I can. If you could come out and bat, that'd be...
Oh, no. Darling, you got to turn back the clock, man. You got to turn back the clock. YouTube is the best place to be now.
All right. I'm on it. I'm on it. But
Okay.
you'd be happy not just with the ball, but also, you know, there are a couple of things that England worked on coming into this particular match after what happened in the India Masters, especially their fielding, that particular catch by Tim Ambrose, and overall.
Yeah, look, England came up against India, one of the probably the best team in the competition, and that first game they got caught cold, and it's very difficult. And like I said, but the fielding today was excellent. As we said, we talked about that when Ambrose in the deep. Darren Manny, he's just about 50 years old and he's sliding. Monty, he doesn't catch many, but he held on to that one, and they were brilliant. The commitment from England in the field was excellent, and even Monty again sliding down on the boundary, and Phil Mustard giving him a round of applause there. Good to see from England, actually.
Yes, I believe that. Sorry.
Sorry, they must have put a few scares with the physio. The physio must be signed because I heard for the very first match, there's a few who went down injured.
Oh.
So I guess, as Darren said, they came back well tonight and looked much better.
Yes, there was a lot of intent there. Yes, Darren.
Because I was going to say, that England bowling lineup is the biggest bowling lineup I've ever seen in my life. That'd be a good front row at rugby, huh?
Look at this, Chamlet.
Trimlet,
He'll be in the pack for sure.
Bresnan, Saibon,
Wow.
you've got Boyd Rankin on the bench, Steve Finn on the bench. It's the biggest bowling attack I've ever seen.
Rugby League or Union.
Yeah, all they need me now is in there as hooker in the middle, and we got the full team.
You know, but we were just talking about it, so even in our pre-show, that fitness has become such a huge part of the game, not just with the current players, but the former players here at the Masters are also displaying that. How much has it impacted the fielding effort overall in the game of cricket?
All these individuals in the modern day should be quite thankful to the West Indies team. We're the ones who started this whole fitness program. I can remember when we had World Series cricket, we had assigned a Dennis Waite to our unit in order for him to get us fit, and we never turned back. But it's great to see all these individuals today, even guys 50, guys who are old as I am, throwing themselves around the field, man. It's just good to see the commitment. And I think when you have such commitment, the sponsors and everyone can feel much, much better in terms of being happy.
And also the sport has gone to a whole new level. But talking about the chase now, which master are you looking forward to, Darren?
Well, for England, Ian Bell, I said it at the start of the game. He missed the first one. It's a huge loss for England. He's our star player. He doesn't hit many sixers, but he hasn't got that power game. But if he bats and bats long, we've got the best chance of winning the game.
I'll tell you something, Darren. Ian Bell has always been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's a Warwickshire guy, yeah? That's where I think he played most of his cricket. And I'll tell you something, he's one of the most underrated English players ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There are a few times when I think he was doing well and he was dropped, but I think he's got a lot of class. Nice little deft touches. As you say, he ain't go big as some of the guys, but he still gets the job done.
He indeed does, and we're looking forward to him. But thank you so much, gentlemen. All the best to England, all the best to West Indies. It's 180 for England to chase and to win this game, but it ain't going to be easy because the West Indies bowlers showed their class in the previous game, restricting Aussies to 216 and then chasing it down. You're going to have a Ravi Rampal there, and of course, there's plenty more that's coming up, so you stay tuned. As on the other side of the short break, we shall get you live action. It will be Owen Morgan out there on a certain Ian Bell to swoon over.
As far as Gilmaster are concerned, the target for them 180 in 20 overs at an asking rate of 9. They have the ammunition. They have someone like Ian Bell in the ranks today. Very much possible. Really good batting conditions out here at the DY Patil. Both the openers out there. Ian Bell, the class act, the experienced customer with the bat. The man England are depending on out there in the middle. A lot of experience behind him. 150s for him. 107 matches in his T20 career. Strike rate of 124 and the best being 131 for Ian Bell. And his partner at the other end. Another very experienced campaigner. The T20 format, Phil Mustard, 192 matches for him. Almost 4,000 runs for him. 220, 250s as well. Strike rate of 122. The best of 97 unbeaten. Really good combination up the order. Few changes to the last game, the game that England Masters lost against India. It's time to welcome Ravi.
Yes, thank you. And left hand, right hand combination. I like that combination, it's much harder for the bowlers to settle, and really looking forward to watching Ian Bell. One of my favourites to watch. There's Viv Richards and Dimi Mascarenhas. Good pals. Dimi getting a photo with the legendary man. Would love to see him play. Here we have Fidel Edwards. 119 games, economy of 7.86. 112 wickets in his career. Plenty of pace, I've got to say. One of the quickest bowlers I've faced.
Absolutely can rattle up the pace as well. First ball of this innings. Down the leg, good take behind the stumps there. You mentioned about the pace, really nicely bowled as well, but just has to alter his line. Fidel Edwards against the left-hander, Mustard on strike. Bowled really well in the last game, but very impressive. The West Indian fast bowlers.
Yeah, they were brilliant in the last game, and managed to win that game. And he was a tough customer, this guy, Fidel Edwards. And he was the fastest spell I ever faced at Barbados.
Still has the longest run up. Nicely driven as well in the gap. That's going to be a 4. Very nicely placed. 4 runs. That was effortless. Just like making famous with Bob Ipe. What a shot there. Cracking shot from Mustard.
It's a great start for the Colonel. Full delivery from Phil Edward. Looking to swing it back in to Phil. Not quite coming back as much. Creates that width. It's just a hit through the line. Through the covers for 4. A good start for England. Good start for Phil Mustard.
Love that position that he gets into, that alignment. Down the leg once again, didn't get hold of that one. Very lucky there, one has to say, for Edwards, because just a tickle could have been a 4 as well. Just has to alter his line. Looking pretty nippy at the moment.
I mean, that's the danger with Fidel Edwards and his action. He can sometimes get a bit full when it's that slingy. Gives the opportunity to swing the ball, and that is dangerous if you can get it right. But it can also create a lot of bad balls. That's the fine line. With that type of action, it is different. Certainly got a very, very quick short ball.
Nicely played as well. The back of length in the gap. That's going to be a 4. The second boundary in this over for Mustard. He's looking good at the moment. He's altering his length. Gale won't be very happy with that delivery and that length. No issues for the batter.
Skillfully played as well by Mustard. The short ball. He just waved out the way and just run it down past point. It really does run away down there in those corners of this stadium. Really difficult for the man to catch it. Just see how quickly that runs away to the boundary. It doesn't slow down at all.
Those expressions from the Universe boss really tells the story. Much better this length. Just a touch fuller defending that one. Need the start here. That's going to be really imperative for England from their perspective. Important play at the crease as well.
Yeah, that's the line and length that Fidel Edwards is looking for. Perfect line, perfect length. You miss, I hit. That's what he's been looking for in his first few deliveries. Finally finds it. We're looking to finish the over strong. His teammates will be telling him to finish the over strong here.
I need to settle into that groove as a fast bowler. So very important, especially in this format. Oh, just a tickle. That's going to be a 4 as well. Another boundary to finish this over. Expensive one. 12 runs from the over. 1 over done. England 12 without loss.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
Limitless fashion, unmatched styles, no limit.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit sdbet.com today.
That was leg buys, but nevertheless 4 more runs for England. They won't mind that. Every run matters here. Erling in his line. Tough for the keeper as well. Never easy for the keeper. Got the pace. Not very happy with the delivery. His expressions really tell the story for Edwards.
Ian Bell on strike now. Jerome Taylor comes on. 120 games, 140 wickets. 8.5 and over. Very effective with the new ball. Should get some swing. One of the most beautiful run-ups. Let's just have a look at this.
Rhythm. Absolutely beautifully bowled as well. Back of length. The direction was pretty good from Taylor. Well off the mark with that single. We just settle in. He knows Mustard has started pretty well. Sensible as well, just playing in the gap with soft hands.
Yeah, talking of soft hands, and it's a skill. It's a skill to have soft hands. And be able to play a good ball. There's a good delivery. Just to play it down and get a single rather than getting a dot ball off it. He's got off the strike, but that's the skill of the man. He's a classy player. Plays the ball incredibly late. Which is why he scored all those runs for England, county, you name it.
Nasty ball as well. Just before the delivery, Bell just went up to Mustard, just had a chat with him, just told him a few things, just settle in probably. A class act, very experienced customer, in fact, very experienced pair in the middle out there for England. Need that start here. Lovely batting conditions. The dew might also set in.
Yeah, it's important that England don't lose too many wickets early on. It obviously does get a lot easier to bat once the dew sets in, around about 10 overs, halfway where they've got to get to.
Oh, very nasty ball. Getting that carry as well. Bit of movement there. The lateral movement there for Jerome Taylor.
Well bowled and well left. Ian Bell just leaving it late. It's that look to play, and then leave at the last minute. Just swung away. See here, look at that movement off the. It was very well left from Ian Bell. It's because he plays it so late. He's able to pull the bat out of the way and not chase the ball.
Lovely technique off it, isn't it? Oh, in the air, and that's taken as well. Excellent catch. Taylor, he strikes here. Bell has to go back. Big wicket coming here for West Indies.
That's a huge wicket for West Indies. Ian Bell, the man who we're looking at, score all the runs. There's a good catch from Fidel Edwards diving to his left. After an expensive over, he's made up for that by catching England's premier batsman. England will be disappointed that they've lost Bell this early. He was the guy they would have looked at to score all the runs, play the anchor. He goes for 1, England 14 for 1.
It's colorful, it's powerful.
ए लड़की तेरा नाम क्या है पूछे वाले पूछे तो बता तेरी पहचान क्या है तेरा नाम गूंजेगा तो उठेगा एक तूफान हिलेगी जमीन मचेगा घमासान तेरा नाम गूंजेगा जब हर गली हर मकान करेंगे तेरी बातें हर नुक्कड़ हर दुकान बीच पे सजाए घूमेंगे तेरा नाम लेंगे फिर गेम तेरी मचेगा
Morgan, he comes in, another left-hander at the crease now for England. 374 matches, got 38 50s under his belt. Strike rate of 131. No dearth of experience for the skipper Morgan.
Well, it's this partnership for me. It's one of these two going to win the game for England.
An excellent piece of fielding because that catch that Biddle took, that was absolutely outstanding. Just bowled that over, Biddle, and then standing a short third. Never easy, that ball was travelling. Just opening the bat face, Ian Bell. That's really what you call brilliance of the field. Beautifully done to his left side, acrobatic effort as well. Sometimes the ball just propels out of the hand when the elbow hits the ground. Just Very, very calm there. Very nicely taken by Edwards.
He's just shushing his teammates as well. It was great technique, actually, getting his head close to the ball. That's the important thing about catching, getting your head as close to the ball as possible. He just rolled as well on the catch.
It's a good seam attack that West Indies have. Exactly what they're known for. End of this over as well. 15 for 1.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය Chirpy Chips. Rhythm දැනෙන රස. Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit sdbet.com today.
Knows how to go about. They've got that early wicket of Ian Bell. 2 overs done. 15 for 1 England. The target 180. A few more wickets. This pair is going to be important. Mustard and Morgan at the crease at the moment for the left-handers. Sometimes we've seen Ravi, this phase, those first 5 overs, even yesterday I remember in that game we saw that bit of more movement for the faster bowlers. It's just about after the 5 overs the dew just sets in. But this is a phase where the seamers have done well in this tournament so far. After the break, those first 5 overs.
Yeah, and it's just this opportunity for the bowlers really in the second innings, where they've got the opportunity to take wickets. The ball does swing around a little bit more than it does in the first 6 overs of the first innings. But it certainly gets a lot more difficult.
Coming down the track, missing it, very lucky on that occasion. Almost going through. Was attempting that big shot there, Morgan.
Morgie looking to take it on, get aggressive early, get a boundary early in his innings is what he likes to do. Just sets him up for the rest. And just mentioning, it does get a lot more difficult. After the 5 overs, the dew really does set in around 5, 6, well, 10 o'clock at night. And that is when it becomes a batting paradise. It's important that West Indies get these early wickets, put England under pressure. They've got one big gun so far. They've got to get one of these 2 as well, or maybe both.
Absolutely, they've got a key wicket, Ian Bell. We all know what he can do. Need to bowl well in this first 6 over West Indies. Had a terrific game against Australia, beating them by 7 wickets, where the seamers chipped in. The batsmen really did well for them. Smith getting a half century, Lyndon Simmons getting 94 in that game. A good unit they have. Looks to be a unit which has really gelled well, never easy. Coming back, the fitness levels have been really good. And that game against Australia, even the fielding was very impressive. But today, England were really spot on the field.
Yeah, England were very good in the field. Maybe just the jet lags come out the legs. Opportunity to practice a little bit more, and generally after the first game, sort of find your rhythm as a player.
Banging in shot, does well. That's going to be a 4. No stopping that. Swivels across, plays along the carpet. Mustard, very nicely placed by him. Gets into a really good position. Roll the wrist. Has gone all the way.
It's a strong area for Mustard. He likes to roll the ball around the corner. He's quickly onto it. Economical movement as well. Not much he had to do. He just taps it on his head. Runs away for 4. He moves on to 13. Good start for Mustard.
That's the reason Edwards has to be careful about the line that he's bowling here. Much better, much better. Both these new ball bowlers have looked in really good rhythm. Edwards a bit shorter as well. As you see the release points, Ravi, for both the seamers.
If you just look at Fidel Edwards, he's just around the umpire's left shoulder. Just there, you can see he's way more slingy. Jerome Taylor, much higher release. But he gets more out of the pitch, whereas Fidel will get more in the air.
And that's the reason we saw that more carry for Jerome Taylor. Pulls it, but straight to the man at mid-wicket. There's the end of the third over as well. England 20 for 1.
ඔයාගේ ඕනම් ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා කෙල්ලේ.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill එකේ විසඳ ගන්න.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
The oldest uninterrupted schoolboy cricket match is back. 146th Battle of the Blues and the 48th Mustangs Trophy encounter. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue Viewer and thepapare.com.
Pair for them at the crease. Morgan and Mustard. But the two M's, they have to do the job here.
Really interesting, those release points. Now, Fidel Edwards coming from a lot lower, which makes him, it's the reason it feels so quick sometimes. The ball's got less travel time coming from that low. Spends a lot less time in the wicket.
Nicely played, man the deep. Will just settle for one. We mentioned about the release points as well, Ravi, and really important because as a batter, you've got to understand from where the ball is being released.
Yeah, and Fidel Edwards can be difficult to start against. It's not traditional action. It's not what you're used to. And he spends a lot less time in the wicket. When he bowls the ball, it's got less travel time, spends less time in the wicket. It's more skiddy. It's the reason why he feels so quick. His bouncer feels really quick. Whereas Jerome Taylor's more traditional, higher action. Ball spends a little bit more time in the pitch, which is why he gets more movement out of the pitch. But Fidel's biggest weapon is his pace. You know, and he's from that release point, he does feel incredibly quick.
Oh, cuts it in the gap as well. Nicely played on that occasion, using the pace. That's a lovely shot there from Mustard. The boundary to his name there. He's been dealing in boundaries so far.
He's played that well. Short delivery, just making that room. And he was looking for those shots in the first innings that he played. And he ended up cutting it straight to the man, getting caught on the third man circle. But this time he gets it over the man. Gets 4 for his efforts.
There's that gap between the slip and the short third fielder. On the onside, that's gone all the way. What a strike there. That's a lovely strike, clean strike. What a great shot. That is the first. Sivdak eliminated 6 of the innings and coming in style as well.
Brilliant for Mustard. Knew that this ball was going to be full after the previous delivery. Sets it up, pumps it over mid-wicket, straight at the middle as well. He was waiting for that delivery, you could tell. After the previous one, which was short, he knew it had to be full.
On the onside, using that bottom hand, but this time finding the fielder. He's not messing around. He's playing his shots here. Mustard looking a really good touch as well. 23 or 14. Look good so far.
Yeah, it's been a good start for both teams. In fact, early wicket, but England have stayed up with the rate, picking up boundaries. Haven't seen Ravi Rampal yet. I'm sure he'll be on pretty soon. And if these two are still at the crease, I think you'll quickly see someone like Ashley Nurse coming on.
But a change the field as well. The deep point fielder coming inside the circle. The mid-on fielder has gone deep because he's been tugging that area on the onside. Mustard. Dab that one. Didn't get the connection that he wanted. We feel Ravi, the spinners should be coming in early. We saw how the English spinners bowled. Schofield and Panesar.
Well, yeah, I think he could have brought Ashley Nurse on from Fidel's end instead of Fidel bowling that second over. Although it was a good over, but he could have brought the off spinner in. It's a wicket-taking option to the left-handers facing spin early. Never easy to start against spin. But they might be saving him for those middle overs. So just, keep Suleiman Ben back.
Oh, a lot of power in the gap as well. That placement was terrific. 4 overs done, England 35 for 1.
Dialogue Big Match season hits the north. 108th Battle of the Goals. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue View app and thepapare.com.
Into the tally in the points table. India Masters winning both the games. They have done pretty well so far. Very impressive. India Masters in this tournament. Led by the great man Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Morgan on strike. That's uppish, but in the gap as well. That's racing away. Long chase. But in the end, it's going to be a boundary as well. The runs have been coming. That's the first boundary for Morgan.
Well, the boundaries keep coming for England. Poor start from Rampal. He bowled excellent the other day. One of the pick of the seamers. Starts with a short, wide delivery, warm-up delivery. And Morgan's onto it straight away. I'm sure he'll tighten his line up here.
That's much better, but easing it. That's going to be another 4. Beautifully done there, lovely hands. This opening the bat phase, Rampal can't believe what's happened there. Back-to-back boundaries over Morgan.
Yeah, just guided down to third man. Excellent shot from Morgan. He's off and running now. He'll be feeling comfortable. A couple of boundaries to his name. Nothing better than getting some early boundaries in your innings. Just settles the nerves. She timed it to perfection. Ravi Rampal under pressure here.
Now Gale just plugging that gap. He can't believe it. Soft hands will pick up a single as well. Excellent batting, sensible batting. Good response as well by his partner Mustard. Playing the soft hands and running with the stroke.
The stats say the 5th over is usually the hardest over to bowl. If the openers or the step batsmen are in, they generally try to take this over down. I'm sure you'll see some big hits here, or attempted from Mustard in the final 3 deliveries.
Oh, very lucky, change of pace there. Massive bowled as well. This is what Rampal is all about.
But that's brilliant from Rampal. He saw it coming. Look at that. Split finger, brilliant delivery. That was such a tough delivery to hit, when he was running up, because you knew he still had the pace, he was skiddy, and then he would bowl that delivery. It was always difficult to just die in the pitch.
That control. Pulls it in the gap as well. That's going to be a 4. Expensive over, the 3rd boundary in this over. But now it's the Mustard. Been very, very severe. I think shot. Batting well, they're looking really good. This partnership with 34 of 19.
I just feel like a man at deep square is probably in the wrong position. He's a long way round for Rampal. He's just being moved now to a more traditional position. Interesting field sets.
Oh, edging that one. The finger is up. That's the end of Mustard. Trying to go for the expansive drive. Just got that fed up and nicely taken behind the stumps as well. That's the wicket they needed. Needed to break this partnership, which was looking really threatening from West Indies' perspective.
Well, it was probably the worst ball he's faced all innings. wide half volley. And it's flown to the keeper. It's a good catch in the end. Ravi Rampal making up for an expensive over, getting the wicket. Mustard, the danger man. He goes for 31 of 19. England 48 for 2.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
It's colorful. It's powerful.
නිවල් සර් ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩමට ලෑස්ති වෙනවා වගේ. ආයි මේවා ළමයිට විකුල්ලා වුණොත් එහෙම මන් නරක ගෑණි කියන්නේ.
පිටින් ඇවිල්ලා නටන්න හදන්න එපා මැඩම්.
Ape Principal.
It's been a good start for England, 48 for 2. With that wicket of Phil Mustard for 31. Under a bit of pressure, Tim Ambrose, who's come out there in the middle. 106 matches for him. 1,100 runs. Strike rate 112. They'll need all of that. They want to chase this total of 180 down. There's change in bowling and there is a change in comp box as well. I'm Abhishek Jindwala. I've got Rohan Gavaskar alongside me. They need a partnership here, Rohan.
Yeah, well, the run rate's pretty all right. I mean, they're going at 9.6, at the moment. Required is 8.8, so the run rate's pretty good. What they'll want is for Morgan to bat for as long as possible.
That's been played nicely into the gap. Couple of runs, maybe. Yeah, good running. Yeah, absolutely right. Owen Morgan is the key. He's the glue who's going to hold things together. He's got to play a captain's knock if England wants to put any pressure. They've got a very strong bowling attack in the middle as well. Ashwin Nurse was the key in the previous match, picked up 3 wickets for just 16 runs. But at the moment, Owen Morgan looking very good. Tim Ambrose will have to just be there supporting him.
Yeah, Big Nick. Easy catch for Ramden. Unusual technique though.
A very unusual technique. Phil Mustard again, he got away from the delivery. His left leg was towards the leg stump. Oh, that went with the arm. Waiting for the turn, hoping for the turn. It's not going to turn much on this surface. Tim, you're better off as a batter playing for a straight delivery. Very good ball. He bowls a very good length in line. Ashwin has always been the feature of his bowling. Very smart cricketer, nicely played, flicked through the onside. They thought about 2, but it's going to be just a single.
Well, I think from England's point of view, they'll be thinking, can we just battle the 15th over?
He went for the big one. And it's going to stay big as well. It's a big blow. Good way to finish the over after 6, 58 for 2.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit sdbet.com today.
ඔයාගේ ඕනම් ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා කෙල්ලේ.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill එකේ විසඳ ගන්න.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
A little cameo. It's been tugged away towards the onside. Just going to be a single.
think singles are not going to hurt England either because they need to build a partnership here, doing the right thing at the moment.
Yes, that 6, not an easy shot to play. He's played that well, timed it well. But you're right, if England will be all right if they're just picking up singles, because they know they'll get the odd boundary every now and then. The required rate is 8.75. If you keep picking up singles and the odd boundary every now and then, you'll be at least going at about 7.5 and over. So for the last 5 overs, the required rate won't be too high.
The wickets are going to be the key because they don't bat deep. They can't afford to lose any more wicket for the next 4 or 5 overs. Then even if they need to go at 10-11 in the last 5, is very achievable. Nicely bowled, just change of pace. Eoin Morgan looks like he wants to be out there. He's taking responsibility.
Well, 8 4s and 2 6s in the power play. Some really good shots. Mustard batted really well for his 31. There's some shots all around the park, some big blows as well. Before Mustard was dismissed in this manner. Ravi Rampal striking.
Does generate a good pace still. Ravi Rampal has been clipped through the onside, straight to the fielder. And required rate anything under 9. You don't need to press the panic button, because singles and doubles you can still get there as long as you stay close to that required run rate. We can keep ticking 7 and 8 and over. Yeah, that's not going to run away from you, the run rate. Oh, he's tried to pull that one. It's in the air. There's 2 fielder converging. And nicely taken at the end. A loud call of mine. And that's a big wicket. The skipper, Eoin Morgan. He'll have to walk back. And England in trouble.
It's a massive wicket, because Morgan was looking in good touch. Yeah, he knew he was in trouble as soon as he played that shot. Gotta say, good catch though. Walton keeping his eyes on the ball. There could have been a clash. Gives him the look. It's a massive wicket. Ravi Rampal strikes again. Morgan goes for 22, 61 for 3.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
ආදරෙන් ඒත් බලාගෙනයි. Gindari Tuna.
The strike rate is the key. The era he played cricket, 131, was a very good strike rate. Straight away pulling the ball straight to mid-on. Ashley Nurse is always in the game.
Yeah, dismissal of Morgan once again. Top edge. And nicely caught. Just going back to the strike rate you mentioned about Dan Maddy. 131 in that era. Fabulous. Fabulous strike rate.
Yeah, you didn't have many players striking at that level. And look at that for a shot. Just cutting it back past the point for a boundary. After 7, 3 down for 65.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit stbet.com today.
ए लड़की तेरा नाम क्या है? पूछने वाले पूछे तो बता तेरी पहचान क्या है? तेरा नाम गूंजेगा तो उठेगा एक तूफान, हिलेगी जमीन, मचेगा घमासान. तेरा नाम गूंजेगा जब हर गली हर मकान, करेंगे तेरी बातें हर नुक्कड़ हर दुकान. पीठ पे सजाए घूमेंगे तेरा नाम, लेंगे फिर गेम तेरी मचेगा.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
3 down for 65, so not a massive difference in terms of runs, but wicket, they've lost a couple too many. Suleiman Ben, the big Ben, is going to be bowling. Flighted delivery, beautifully done. There was a gap between the bat and pad of Tim Ambrose. Rattles the wicket with that delivery. Brilliant start of his spell.
Excellent bowling. Just going through with the arm. Very nonchalant celebration from Suleiman Ben. Tim Ambrose goes for 3, 65 for 4.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit stbet.com today.
Tim Bresson out there in the middle after Tim Ambrose made his way back to the pavilion. 191 matches, 1,748 runs. Again, look at that strike rate. We often talk about their strike rate because in that generation when these guys were playing, 110, 115 strike rate was pretty good. 131 was exceptional. A lot of batters would get away with 138, 31 strike rate even today. Oh, nicely bowled. Right on the money. England, real trouble.
Yeah, there's that wicket again. Just going through with the arm gap between bat and pad.
Come on.
Chris Gayle at covers. Still looking very good. Chris Gayle batted beautifully earlier for his 30-odd. Yes, West Indies looking really strong. Batting, the bowling, fielding. It's a good side. Leading today because of the absence of Brian Lara. Nicely ball, just taking some pace off Darren Maddy, trying to squeeze a single. Always looks very busy, Darren Maddy. Drives it through the cover, just going to be a single. Brilliant over from Suleiman Ben. Couple of runs and a wicket. After 8, 67 for 4.
ඔයාගේ ඕනම් ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill එකේ විසඳ ගන්න.
ඒත්ස මම මේ වැදගත් වැඩගෙන ඉන්නේ. ඇමතිතුමාගේ ආරක්ෂාව තමයි වැදගත්. රුපියල එහෙම් පහළ යනවා. ඒක උස්ස ගන්න අපේ ඇමතිතුමා මාර ට්‍රයි එකක් දෙන්නේ.
India Masters will play South Africa on the 1st of March. 3rd of March will be South Africa versus England. Then India plays again against Australia. Sri Lanka versus West Indies on the 6th of March. And on the 7th is Australia plays South Africa. Shot delivery. Fidel Edward was bowled pretty well for his first 2 overs, just 13 off it. But they're really struggling. They need to find a way to pick up boundaries. The required rate suddenly touching 9.5.
Well, the schedule in the third leg in Raipur. India Masters will take on the West Indies Masters on March 8th. Sri Lankan Masters will take on the England Masters on March 10th. West Indies Masters, South Africa Masters on March 11th. And then the England Masters versus Australia Masters on the 12th of March.
It's going to be an extra. Billy Bowden. Oh, that was... Billy always comes up with something new every time. He loves it. Absolutely loves it, Billy Bowden. It's great to see him out there. International umpire since 16 years. It's a long career. Standing in all those one-days, tests, T20s. Yeah, from here, England, they will, and we spoke about it earlier, that if they want to chase the total down, the majority of the scoring, the heavy lifting will have to be done by the top three. And that's where they struggled in the previous match, and the story been the same today.
Simon Taufel, the other umpire at square leg, what a fabulous career he's had as well.
They need a lot more from Phil Mustard, Ian Bell, Owen Morgan. Those three were the key. Unfortunately, they're all three back in the hut. Shot delivery, fine enough, but not quick enough to get a boundary. Going to be a single. Fidel Edward, he's not shy to bowl that shot delivery. Both him and the other fast bowlers from West Indies Masters.
Well, that's one thing. You know they'll never go back in the dressing room wondering if there's bounce on the pitch. They'll always test it out.
Also this one delivery where some of the batters might struggle because they don't practice that often nowadays. They don't play cricket that often. So picking the length can sometimes be a bit harder. Look at that again. Managed to get bat on it. Wasn't in control, Tim Bresnan. Fidel Edward. He's made up his mind that he's going to keep bouncing the batters. The required rate now over 9.5. Trying to rebuild. The key has been that he's bowled so straight that he's not allowed any room to free their arms. Chris Gayle marching his troops. The height was there, and hence there was no appeal. Hit him right on the thighs.
Six of the over so far, one delivery remaining. Can they get a boundary here? Make it a good over.
They have to now. Now, the game, where the game is standing, they'll have to hit a boundary every over. But they can't afford to go for 5 and 6 and over, where the required rate keeps creeping up, and suddenly you'll realize it's gone to 10, then 11. That's where it gets away from you as a team. Got a bit of crowd in, which is always good to see the people coming out there and supporting the International Masters League. We've seen some big numbers already in this competition. Another short delivery, but this time nicely played, well in control. And they're looking to go for 2. Could be dangerous. But at the end, safely home. Not happy. Fidel, after 9, 75 for 4.
නානයක්කාරද ජොබ් එකක් හොයාගෙන එලොව ගිහින් රාජකුමාරියක් කරගහගෙන මෙලෝට ඩගීගේ කතාව ජොබ්ලස් ඩග්ලස්.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඔයාගේ ඕනම් ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා කෙල්ලේ.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill විසඳ ගන්න.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit stbet.com today.
$180 to get for England, and they needed one from the top three to go out there and get a 70-80. Mustard out for 31, Chris 31, Owen Morgan 22, and this is how it all started. Tried to steer it through third, Ian Bellin getting caught, and then it was Phil Mustard.
Well, then Morgan trying to pull one, got the top edge. Good catch there. And then Sulaiman Ben getting one to just go through the gap, pad and pad of Ambrose.
And bowling has been pretty good. Fidel, Jerome Taylor, Rampal, Nurse, Ben all doing the job. And now it's time to come out of the CATI strategic timeout. They'll have to do something different. They'll have to get going. They'll have to find boundaries. They can't afford to just sit back and relax. Oh, he thought about it. Dancing the under track, but Sulaiman Ben being so smart, just pull the length back slightly. Delivers the ball from so high.
I just get the feeling that Darren Maddy will have to play a key role if England are to win this. You're talking about the height. Have a look at this. 2.42 meters at the time of release. Trembled with 2.31. Finn and Schofield at 2.23.
It comes from really high, and there is an opportunity here, and it's going to be straight down the throat of deep mid-wicket, who makes no mistake. Another wicket gone for England. It's Tim Bresnan this time. It has been a bit disappointing from England so far with the bat.
Yeah, top-edged. And an easy catch for Kirk. Home delivery. Sulaiman Ben strikes again. Bresnan goes for 5, 76 for 5.
No teams that you can take lightly.
What a catch! Gone!
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
නිමල් සර් ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩමට ලෑස්ති වෙනවා වගේ. ආයි මේවා ළමයිට විකුල්ලා වුණොත් එහෙම මං නරක ගෑණි කියන්නේ.
පිටින් ඇවිල්ලා නටන්න හදන්න එපා මැඩම්.
Ape Principle.
and 10. Straight off the mark. A lot would depend. Darren Maddy will have to do something out of ordinary.
Yeah, he'll have to play a special innings. This was dismissal of Bresnan, though. He knew as soon as he played that shot that he was a gonzo.
Yes, thinking about dancing down the track every time, but Ben, being smart, he knows exactly what the batter is trying to do. Bowled it slightly wider, slightly shorter. Final delivery of this over. It's been a good over so far again. It's cut straight to the fielder. Just 2 of this over and a wicket after 10. 5 down for 77 England.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit stbet.com today.
ඔයාගේ ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා කෙල්ලේ.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill එකේ විසඳ ගන්න.
Just made life a little more difficult for themselves in this run chase. You get a feeling after at one point in time we thought they were going along nicely. Darren Gough joins me.
Yeah, good evening again. Similar pattern though, isn't it? Sullivan Ben's come in and suddenly it's been very difficult to get away. He's picked up a couple of wickets and England have just fell away. This is a big partnership now. 78 for 5 England. Target of 180. Halfway through the game. 10.1 gone. Schofield just come to the crease and 2. And Darren Maddy, the experienced Darren Maddy, 8 off 11. Big partnership.
Just wonder, when you look at that England Masters batting lineup, the fact that they don't have that kind of depth that you'd expect from an England Masters lineup.
Well, it's like the mirrors the main team, doesn't it? That have just gone out of the Champions Trophy. Not much substance down the bottom end.
Someone's not holding back the punches.
Totally different when the skipper, Owen Morgan, led the team to success at Lords. Had batting all the way down.
That one grip a little. Those bounce as well.
It looked like he darted that in as well, didn't he? Powerful man, Ashley Nurse. Yeah, powered it into the pitch. Nah, just went on with the arm.
Fired in quickly.
It tends to be his style, Ashley Nurse. He fires it in, like I say, uses his power. Round arm.
You know, there's an interesting conversation I was having when I wasn't on comms with Ravi Bopara about playing spin in the subcontinent and whether you just pick that initial line rather than playing for the spin. Playing the line a lot of times because you've seen Monty Panessa today use the arm ball. Oh, this time around it's been cracked away. That's gone for maximum, is it? No, one bounce and over. In fact, Billy Bowden signalling 4.
Yeah, didn't quite get hold of it. Darren Maddy, end of the 11th over, 84 for 5.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit Bets.com today.
ए लड़की तेरा नाम क्या है पूछे वाले पूछे तो बता तेरी पहचान क्या है तेरा नाम गूंजेगा तो उठेगा एक तूफान हिलेगी जमीन मचेगा घमासान तेरा नाम गूंजेगा जब हर गली हर मकान हिलेंगे तेरी बातें हर नुक्कड़ हर दुकान बीच पे सजाए घूमेंगे तेरा नाम लिखेंगे फिर गेम तेरी मचेगा
With the score comparison, you're 10 behind. The problem is the wickets column. Lost 2 more. Oh, could this be another one? Almost stuck in Sullivan Ben's hand. That second grab wasn't enough.
Well, he's got long arms and legs, hasn't he, Sullivan Ben? Chris Schofield, a bit of a chuckle, hit it hard back at him. Tell you what, it was a good effort in the end, and I think, he's damaged his hand. Hope it's not split the webbing. That is a horrible, horrible injury when you split your webbing. It looks like it, doesn't it?
I think it's that cut just between the ring and the little finger on the right hand.
No, I hate seeing that. Really not nice. Here we go, look at this. Oh, gets his right hand on it and then tries to catch it with his furthered left. And he just couldn't grab it. There he goes, just checking the time. No, mate, you don't have to get the red eye. You'll be all right. You can have a lane, Sullivan.
Check the time to tell the batsman it's your lucky time.
It is. Chris Schofield had a little bit of a smile. He had the life there. Good effort from Ben. And unfortunately, we see the physio on there now, trying to cover it up. He's such a big part to him, to be fair.
Make every payment easy with Bob Ipe. Of course, the Bank of Baroda, Bob Ipe, the option to use. But this run chase isn't going to be easy for England.
Well, it's not. As I said, I think similar to the West Indies innings, when the spinners were on, it was very, very difficult. And I think this pitches have been so good here, haven't they, in Mumbai? But we're now on to what? Is it I've lost track. Match 5? Match 5. There is just offering a little bit of turn, lower bounce. Not quite as true. Still great pitch. But here the wickets, look at that, Ian Bell. Disappointing. You don't want him to get out like that. Short third. The wide one, another bad delivery, but got the little edge, Mustard. And then the big one, Owen Morgan went for the big one again. Caught on the boundary, good in the end. And then Ben comes into the action. Great delivery first up, wasn't it? First ball that.
And again, covering the initial line. He was playing for the turn Ambrose and was bowled through the gate. And then this wicket. And heave it away towards deep square, holding out, and Sullivan Ben got his second wicket with Tim Preston out. Again, coming back to that first catch when Ian Bell was dismissed. Fidel Edwards standing at short third, latching onto a sharp catch for a fast bowler. Take that kind of catch, I think it's special.
But we saw England getting out like that in the first game against India. We had, two of them caught there at short third. Hit the ball down the ground. I sound like a coach now, don't I?
Hey, you're taking to the role. I believe heading down towards coaching duties in about, what, next month?
Next month, Lahore Qalandars and the PSL. But, yeah, we're looking forward to it. But, get around, I mean, travelling to India. It's been a while since I come to India, you know. So it's just wonderful to be here. Such a wonderful country.
That little finger on the right hand. Heavily taped. Oh, that was close. A missed-thumping opportunity by the wicket-keeper. Dinesh Ramdin, how tough was that?
Yeah, it can be difficult this. Darren Maddy covered the line of the ball well, run at it. It went under the bat. Oh, difficult take, but, you know, stumpings and catches win matches, you know. Just couldn't get it. Look at that full. Oh, difficult chance. But at his peak, he would have snatched it. He would have taken that easy.
A little short. Cut away for runs here. They might think about 2, but settle for 1 in the end. And that delivery a couple of balls ago, I thought it was very close to the off stump as well. Barely missed the off stump by a whisker.
Again, Sullivan not a big turner of the ball. Slides it on, big tall man, gets bounced, slides it on. Arm balls, very similar to Monty, but just taller. And he did, he went straight through the gap, didn't it? Similar to the Ambrose dismissal where bowled him through the gate.
That was slower. Bowler, but take a look at that chance a couple of deliveries ago.
There you go, like I said, Darren Maddy runs towards it, you see, and just covers it a little bit. Looks like he caught the ground as well with his bat, just put off the keeper enough.
Swept away from well outside off. Just a single, and that'll end the over. 88 for 5 after 12 in the England Masters.
Step up your game with Bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
For the first time ever, 3 days of Saints cricketing action. 91st Battle of the Saints and the 51st Limited Overs Encounter. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue View app and thepapare.com.
In the air and taken. Ashley Nurse gets his first wicket in this match. And Darren Matty will have to go.
Oh, that's a shame. These two were important for England. A partnership what was needed, but unfortunately Darren Matty, one of his favoured shots actually, he's so good at this shot, he just attempted to run down, then went back in his crease to cut it. It's a shame. Straight to the man at backward point. Unfortunately for England, the experienced Darren Matty, he goes 14 from 17, Darren Matty, caught Walton ball Nurse, 88 for 6.
The oldest uninterrupted schoolboy cricket match is back. 146th Battle of the Blues and the 48th Mustangs Trophy Encounter. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue View app and thepapare.com.
ආදරෙන් ඒත් බලාගෙන ගින්දරී තුන.
Dialogue Big Match season hits the north. 108th Battle of the Goals. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue View app and thepapare.com.
Known more for his bowling than his batting.
Absolutely. It's just in 1 or 2 too early. Chris Tremlett coming in at 8. That's just where England lacking a little bit of depth with a bat. Going to need Chris Schofield to hit some big balls. But he can bat, Chris Tremlett. I've seen him play some wonderful innings. And here was the wicket. There he goes. Oh, I just went deep in the crease, cut it straight to the man.
Sliced the ball. Ball that was powerfully struck. It's going to be 4. It's just the sheer power in that shot that made life difficult for Ravi Rampal.
Well, it does have its advantages going in the gym every day. Chris Tremlett, I said, such a big man, the Hulk. And look at that. There's some power going behind. I'm surprised he's got a bat big enough.
Oh, he's hit it again. Same area. This time a more comfortable bounce for Ravi Rampal. End of the over. 93 for 6 after 13.
No teams that you can take lightly.
What a catch! Gordon!
Does run worm in wide, just seems to be tapering off at the moment, where it ideally should just be on its way up north.
There we go, requiring 12.73 and over. Current rate is at 7.06. Unfortunately, we've lost wickets. 93 for 6. I've got to give some praise here to Sullivan Ben. Bowled it really well. The spinners have been the hardest to play tonight in Mumbai here at the DY Patil Stadium.
Use surface, I think, finally scruffed up enough to allow the spinners a little more grip, a little more turn on the surface.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what happens, isn't it? That's what the idea of cricket, and the good thing about cricket, when a wicket is used, and a pitch gets used over a number of days, it's supposed to favour the bowlers a little bit more rather than the batters from ball one.
That's going to be wide down leg. The good part is the bounce has still been true. Though there's been turn, but the bounce has been good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said to the ground staff, it's probably the best cricket pitch I've seen in for years.
That's what the batter can trust. Stay on the back foot and then play those cross-batted shots. You can only do that when you can't trust the bounce on the surface.
Absolutely. I say the favoured area is down the ground. We've seen that with the averages and over the course of the 5 games. But when it's short, you can play cross-bat shots because it's true.
Well, that struck quite hard, but it doesn't seem that he's put in the kind of effort that actually you see other batters put in, Tremlett.
It's like a toothpick in his hand, isn't it? Look, you could put it in his teeth that and just pick out what he had for lunch. Just huge, man. He's huge. I stood next to him. I went up to his belly button.
Now, don't make me imagine things right now, Darren. End of the over. It's 98 for 6 after 14.
නිමල් සර් ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩමට ලෑස්ති වෙනවා වගේ. ආයි මේවා ළමයිට විකුණලා වුණොත් එහෙම මං නරක ගෑණි කියනවා.
පිටින් ඇවිල්ලා නටන්න හදන්න එපා මැඩම්.
Ape Principle.
For the first time ever, 3 days of Saints cricketing action. 91st Battle of the Saints and the 51st Limited Overs Encounter. Live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialogue View app and thePapare.com.
The good thing is, Tremlett's got 33 on his back and Chris Gale's got 333. I don't know whether that was their highest scores.
For Gale, yes.
Yes.
Tremlett, I'm not so sure.
I think he's 33. My eyes are going. I am 54. Yeah, he is 33. God, they are working these. There you go, Tremlett 33. That's his top score, probably. Is it? What's his top score? And there you go, that's the universe boss. 333. What he should do, Tremlett, is put another 3 on it and then cross it out.
Well, he's got a job on his hands today, hasn't he? Tremlett, can he get the England Masters over the line here? Showfield's a man on strike, though, at the moment.
You know, his dad, Chris Tremlett's dad, is exactly the same size as him. It's like his brother. You're just looking at brothers.
Singles won't cut it from here. They need those boundary hits. They might just get some overthrows here. Oh, forced to put in some deft footwork there, Suleiman Ben.
Well, he can't use his hands, so he thought he'd use his feet, and they are big feet as well. He's probably got about size 12s. 13, Suleiman Ben. But he was always a good fielder, Len Smith. Really sharp in the field.
And remember, some clubs looking for a good defender. Look, my deft footwork.
There's a few clubs in the Premier League looking for defenders. There really is. And they tend to be the teams that have been promoted from the Championship. There he goes. Strapped up fingers he's got, Suleiman Ben. Yeah, look at that. War wounds. It's pretty neat, that.
What surprises me is that he's bowled out his coach of 4 overs, Suleiman Ben. He's still on the field despite that injured hand. And if, you know, that's an injury that's going to cause him some grief, might as well go off.
Well, to get Dino Best on. He's the fitness. He's a fitness man. Get him on. He'll be the fittest man on the field. Here it is. Here's the injury. Oh, hit him hard, didn't it? And then tried to catch with his left. Went down.
Just another single. 102 now with that single taken. So they've taken their time to get past that 100-run mark, but still 78 runs adrift from here.
You can catch up though, because the pitch is so true. And Tremlett, like I say, can hit the ball hard. He's a powerful man. And Chris Schofield's clever. Very clever batter. Always quick, running between the wickets. Lots of 1s, lots of 2s.
How close was that? There's an appeal for leg before, more like a polite inquiry from Ravi Rampal. Leg by signal by Billy Bowden. Not the option of taking the review. You can turn to Chris. Will they go for it?
Well, it doesn't look like it. The DRS time is ticking now. There we go. 2-1. Not interested, Chris Gayle. Normally has a smile on his face.
How much in it? All. Hit hard, hit for 4. That's a cracking shot off the blade of Chris Tremlett to end over number 15. It's 107 for 6 for the England Masters.
ए लड़की तेरा नाम क्या है पूछे वाले पूछे तो बता तेरी पहचान क्या है तेरा नाम गूंजेगा तो उठेगा एक तूफान हिलेगी जमीन मचेगा घमासान तेरा नाम गूंजेगा जब हर गली हर मकान हिलेंगे तेरी बातें हर नुक्कड़ हर दुकान बीच पे सजाए घूमेंगे तेरा नाम लेंगे फिर गेम तेरी मचेगा
It's මම මේ වැදගත් වැඩගෙන ඉන්නේ.
ඇමතිතුමාගේ ආරක්ෂාව තමයි වැදගත්.
රුපියල එහෙම් පහළ යනවා. ඒක උස්ස ගන්න අපේ ඇමතු මාර try එකක් දෙන්නේ.
79 in the first innings. Gale, 39 of 19. Deanna Ryan, some hard hitting at the end. And England Masters struggling. 107 for 6 off their 15 overs. Must have looked good for 31. Morgan for 22. But just West Indies have been strong with their bowling, picking up the wickets all the way through.
Lovely shot there. Excellent placement. He's looking good at the moment, Schofield. Slight width there on that occasion and taking toll of that gleefully. Schofield is looking really good. The strike rate move him.
Yeah, quality shot there. It's a very, very strong area for Schofield. All these days in county cricket, he peppered that area. It's a place that you don't want to bowl to him.
88 for 6 at one stage. Now Nelson for loss of 6 wickets. England. Schofield on 14. Tremlett on 11. Once again Upish, but that's going to be the gap as well. What a shot there. Back-to-back boundaries coming here.
And it's that area again, around that point region. He's got an open face. He gets himself into a position to hit really strongly through that area. West Indies bowlers have got to be careful here. Try to keep the line tight to Schofield. He will back away. Massive 6 hitters, but he can definitely pick up boundaries.
Yeah, probably the pace that he's got, both at Yorker length, just bowl fuller and straight. Because he's shying away from the stumps. He's trying to make room for himself. Schofield having that area. Once again going for the big one, expansive drive, the length a bit fuller, missing it.
Better comeback from Taylor. He was good in the first game. One of the pick of the seamers. Ravi Rampal coming back strong. He bowled a really strong couple of overs towards the end. The death. West Indies going to need him if they can close out this game. They're favourites at the moment, but it's not over.
Absolutely. Strange things have happened in this great game, isn't it? Never know how this game can turn on its head. One partnership, they're looking good at the moment. They're playing sensibly as well. They're getting those boundaries, hitting the strike. Making those singles, 64 of 26. Yes, the required run rate almost touching 15 at the moment. You never know, a few good overs. Also, you don't want to lose by a big margin if you are losing, because the net run rate also will be pretty important in the end. 14.77, the required run rate.
I mean, the West Indies will be pretty comfortable at the moment, but it's the outfield, it's the ground, it's the small boundaries. You can never quite out of it as a batting team.
Changing his angle as well in the gap. He's racing away. Going to be a long chase there, but in the end it's going to be a 4 as well. 3 boundaries coming in this over. Just what the doctor ordered for England. Looking good. Tremblett as well is shaping up pretty well.
But it's incredible, really. I mean, anywhere else in the world, and this is not just a single. But here in the subcontinent, in India, you really do get value for your shots. Runs away for 4. Not happy, Chris Gayle. Looks disappointed.
Absolutely, Ravi. That expression really tells the story. It's the kind of over that England won, that just that confidence coming back into the game here. Massive bowled as well. The line is amending that one. Dot delivery to end the over. 16 overs done. 120 for 6 England. Also, it's time for the Seat Tyres strategic timeout.
Keep Visa Giddy Kelly.
This partnership has been really good between the two. They're looking good at the moment. Schofield and Tremblett. This is how the game has panned out. West Indies Masters getting 179 for 6. England Masters 120 for 6. Still a long way to go for them. 60 runs required of 24 deliveries. But this pair, they've done a really good job. Schofield and Tremblett. They batted well. Been a really important partnership. 32-24. Matching stroke for stroke. Some lovely shots as well down the ground from Tremblett. Using all his power. The left-hander as well. Schofield looking good. Just shying away. Playing some really good shots as well. Some deft touches. But overall, it's been a very important partnership. They're looking good at the moment. That's what England want. Just they want them to continue at this stage. Need those 2 points desperately. England Masters are losing the first game. The last position in that points table at the moment. West Indies, of course, they won that game against the Australia Masters. Had a terrific game, winning that game by 7 wickets. But England Masters still in search of their first win. That's the end of the Seat Tyres strategic timeout. And Bell, Morgan, all eyes in the middle there.
It's Chris Gayle's team on top at the moment. 120 for 6 England. We look at the bowling figures there. Bido Edwards, 3 overs for 20 runs. Been pretty good and economical. Solomon Ben, who did the damage. 2 wickets for 11 off his 4 overs.
Rampal to Kanya. Oh, nicely bowled as well. This is what he does so well. That's the way he disguises that pace as well. The line that he bowls, very effective with the short pitch deliveries. Once again, a good spell from him. Even the last game against Australia Masters bowled really well. The last few overs.
Yeah, and I think it's more the changes of paces that make it really difficult for some of the players. It's not the pace of the ball, it's the variation that makes it really difficult when you haven't been playing much. Really, you want the pace on the ball so you can time it away and use the pace of the ball.
High backlift there, and once again, bit of the onside in the gap as well. Desperate dive, but that's going to be a 4 as well. This pair has been dealing in boundaries. Rampal not very impressed with that effort. Yet to come, Monty, and then Ryan Sidebottom, then Stuart, Mika. We still have some batting left.
Well, Rampal can't believe he's gone for a boundary here. I mean, he's completely mistimed that. Off the bottom edge into the ground. And it still runs away for 4. It just shows you the value of your shots that you get here. It's quite incredible that that's gone for 4. I don't think anywhere else in the world that you'll get a boundary for that.
What a game he's having, Schofield, at the moment. With the ball, with the bat as well. Monty is waiting.
His spin partner just waiting there. Monty Pandasa, another left-hander.
Bowled really well in tandem. Now, can they bat well in tandem? If Tremblay departs, well, he's practicing at the moment. The shadow practice.
The thing with Monty, he always asks me for a bat. And, you know, every time he sees me, first thing he asks me is, "Oh, have you got a bat for me?"
Have you given any in the past?
No, I just tell him, "Monty, why would I waste a bat on you?"
Just see, he's absolutely focused. Just see that flick shot. Very nice. Getting prepared.
Monty was, I can tell you now, Monty, look at that, Lara. He's copied Lara there. If you judged him just on shadow batting, he'd have a better record than Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, taken on the full that height. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call there. This came down the track as well. Yeah, that's going to be a no ball. That's the immediate signal from umpire Billy Bowden.
Look at that signal. Look at that signal.
He doesn't need to go to the gym. There's so much of exercise there. Yeah, above the waist level. He was down the track as well. Immediate signal from Simon Toffel at square leg. Because of the height above the waist level. Well, Tremblay, he's played really well. He's a powerhouse. He can play those big shots, as Darren was mentioning. Once again, going over the top. Lovely shot. The race towards the fence. What a strike there from Tremblay. Looking really good.
Well, when he hits them, they stay hit. Look at the size of the man. Gets into a tall position. Strong man, great reach. The giant of English cricket. I don't think you realise how big he is until you stand next to him.
It's some terrific shots so far. Massey bowled the full end delivery. Will pick up a single as well to end the over. 17 overs done. England 131 for 6.
Sir, main Badu. What the Badu?
Three overs left from here on. England require 49 to win of 18 deliveries. Done a good job on the field as the captain, Chris Gale, still nurses 1 over to go. But Edwards as well, 3 overs, 20 runs. Did a good job early on. Jerome Taylor has got 1 over left. Touch expensive this evening. Rampal has completely scored off 4 overs. So has Suleiman Ben as well. Be Jerome Taylor back in action now for his last over. Having ground the wicket. On the onside this time. Just finding the fielder.
Yeah, I can never understand bowlers sometimes. I mean, the amount of times I've been asked for a bat from tail-enders is crazy. I mean, it's not batters that ask me for a bat, it's the bowlers that ask me for a bat. And I have to explain to them, you don't understand that this is like one of the best bats in the world. It just cannot be wasted on you. But they said, no, but I need a good bat so I can hit those sixes to win. You know, I might face 1 or 2 balls. And I said, yes, so I'm going to give this amazing bat for your 1 or 2 balls a game.
somehow you've been an all-rounder. I remember, our batters when I was playing first-class cricket, the batters, they love, bowling, and it's vice versa. The bowlers, they want to bat, they're so desperate. Sometimes, I remember in the nets, when we were having nets, used to be, the bowlers batting first and then the batters batting in the last. It's always, they're always interested. Going over the top, does well, clearing the infield. Schofield getting another boundary, the fourth one for him. He's looking good at the moment. Just spent the last few overs, last 30 deliveries, 48 runs coming. They're just upping the ante, stepping on the gas at the moment.
A good shot there from Schofield. They've done well to put on this score. It just shows you how quick scoring this ground is. Two lower order batsmen scoring at this rate.
Lovely shot. What a shot there. That's terrific. He's eyeing the ball so well. 50-run partnership up between the two. It's come at good time as well when they were under pressure. 88 for 6 coming back from there.
And Jerome Taylor's getting his tactics wrong here. He's actually creating the angle that Schofield needs by coming around the wicket. A better option would be for him to come over the wicket. And it's funny, when guys hit so well through the offside, it's almost you immediately go, okay, let's go around the wicket and bowl straight in. But it almost creates a better angle for them. Sometimes it's almost better to stay over and aim at their legs. Really cramp them up.
Oh, striking timber. Striking timber. Once again going for the big one. Disturbing the furniture on that occasion. Good delivery from Jerome Taylor. End of a good innings from Schofield, although.
Great comeback from Jerome Taylor. No celebration. He's obviously disappointed with his couple of deliveries. He's bowled. He's let Schofield get away with a couple of boundaries. Oh, that's a fabulous comeback. Spearing into leg stump. Schofield making room, but not keeping his eye on the ball. Goes for 32 of 26. England 140 for 7.
.140 for 7 England. Stuart Mika, he comes in, 46 runs for him in his T20 career, best being 17. He has to lend the support to Tremlett, who's batting well. Probably just take that single, give Tremlett the strike. Taylor getting a very important wicket at this stage. Breaking that partnership that was looking threatening from West Indies' point of view. Once again, persisting with coming round the wicket. Down the ground, lovely shot. Desperate effort, but that's going to be a boundary as well. What a start over Mika.
Well, what a shot that is first up from Mika. Shot of a top order batsman. He's a very talented man. You know, he can bowl, he can bat, he can field. Yeah, this shot of a top order batsman. Look at that, straight bat, full face of the bat towards the side screen. Best place to play. No fielders over the bowler's head.
Monty was the man who was doing those shadow practices, but still out there in the dugout. Nicely played once again, and that's going to be another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries. What a shot, ending this over as well. 17 runs from the over, although that wicket as well. 148 for 7 England.
ජොබ් එකක් හොයාගෙන එලොව ගිහින් රාජකුමාරියක් කරගහගෙන මෙලෝට ඩගීගේ කතාව ජොබ්ලස් ඩග්ලස්.
Well, Monty's still waiting to come in. He's already on about 90 not out at this stage. He's played so many shots. But at least he walks in 90 not out. He'll have his eye in. I can tell you one thing, he won't be playing those shots against Vidal Edwards. He'll be backing away. Vidal Edwards, none for 20 of his 3 overs. Economy of 6.67. He's been good, economical. He'd love to take a couple of wickets to end this innings. We used to do Monty all the time. We used to ask him to pad up. You know, give him that excitement. Monty, put your pads on, put your pads on. Going in, you're going in. He used to run, get his pads on, get excited. And you just keep making him drop down the order, further down the order.
Oh, once again, nicely put away. Just pick up a single there. Yes, sometimes you're waiting anxiously or when the batting is going to come. Even here, Monty, well, as you mentioned, so much of shadow practice. He's well set now. With all the shots in the book, isn't it? Waiting that focus, just see the focus there.
He's well up for it. And he knows the camera's on him now. He's always intrigued by batting. I mean, he'd look good, actually. He'd look good for 15, 20 balls a lot of the time, and then he'd miss one, and he'd ask, oh, you know, why do I always miss like just a straight ball? And I said, well, Monty, you're a tail-ender. What do you expect?
Oh, that's put away with a lot of ease. That's gone the distance. Massive strike there from Mika. Well, he can bat, no doubt about that. Using the pace very effectively on that occasion. 25 of 10. Anything is possible here.
Carries a long way with that sort of pace. Top edge over the keeper's head. This game's not over. 25 of 10 is very achievable on this ground, even with the lower order batters in.
He's getting hold of that one, and because of the pace going all the way, he's looking at that shot. He can't believe it. Ika, when he's coming, 3 deliveries, 14 runs. 1-6, 2 boundaries. Just what's required from him. Remember, last over, just Nurse left because he's bowled 3 overs. Oh, down the ground, once again, didn't get hold of that one. Wheeler coming in, will just pick up a single here, dropping in front of him. Five bowlers employed. You see all of them. Middle bowling is last over, just Nurse left, 3 overs, 22 runs, 1 wicket for him.
It's going to be interesting who's going to bowl the last over here. I mean, all the bowlers are bowled out. Nurse is off the field. Is he off the field? I think we saw him go off the field. If he's on the field, he will be bowling that last over. Off spinner to 2 right-handers.
On the offside, what a shot there. Excellent shot. 1 bounce over the ropes. Tremlett has some really good execution, just powering on the offside. That was clobbered. Picking up the length, that width was there. Just see that bat flow as well, that bat speed from Tremlett.
I'll tell you what, this game is on. They get another couple of boundaries in this over, and you've got Nurse off spinner to bowl to 2 right-handers on a small postage stamp of the ground.
Nicely bowled, very nicely bowled. Yorker length. And a set batter, couldn't do much. Just picking up a single here. But the good thing for England is, since the time Meeker has come in, he's really played well. He's played his part beautifully. Just see the length there, beautifully bowled the Yorker length.
Yeah, quality bowling, nutmegging the batsman. Actually, fortunate that didn't run away for 4. Seen a lot of those deliveries.
Well, they're all focused. They all are eager. You know this game is on. Anything can happen. The second leg starts. So, of course, we'll be in Vadodara tomorrow. The match number 6 of the International Masters League. It'll be Sri Lanka Masters versus Australia Masters. Australia, of course, despite that 100 from Shane Watson losing that game. Sri Lanka also looks a really good side. That was the first game against the Nia Masters, Sri Lanka. But now the second leg starts from tomorrow at Vadodara at the BCS Stadium. Oh, bowling that line around the off stump, missing that one. Mika won't be very happy with that. Well, Smith comes for his very first over. So no Ashley Nurse, the spinner bowling the last over, and 10 wickets for him. 448 being his best, 337 matches. Just put away on the offside. Read the first one hard. Wants to come back. Yes, he will. Taking a chance on that arm. Very nicely done. Scampering back for the second.
And to 16 off 4. They need sixes. He's just persisting, Smith, with that wide line. Still dangerous, 4 of them. I mean, 4 boundaries through that third man region.
Oh, lovely shot that one. Improvising beautifully. Taken on the full. And the placement was the key. He's pretty happy with that, Mika.
He's happy. He'll be happy with the 4 runs. But it almost, if he stood there and just hit it, could have got 6. Just feeling that he now needs to stand still and just hit down the ground. See if he can get a 6. A maximum is what they need.
What a game. What a comeback here by England. What a game. 3 balls left. 12 runs required. Going on the onside this time in the gap as well. That's racing away. Desperate dive. Does really well in the deep. Coming back for the second. Still possible a 6 and a 4.
I'll tell you what. A maximum would make it interesting now. Brilliant fielding on the boundary there.
Oh, striking timber. Striking timber. Exactly what West Indies wanted. Bowling straight and saying thank you very much. Missing the line completely. Going for the Hoik on the onside.
Smith going with the straight line this time. And it's well bowled. Not known for his death bowling, but he's been called upon here to defend 18, and he's doing a good job so far. Mika, brilliant innings, 24 of 10, 170 for 8.
Last ball of the match. Plays on the onside, opens his account, but that's the game that's gone West Indies' way. It's been a good over from Smith. He's done the job for his side. Win by 8 runs. Been a very close game. Was hanging in the balance, but the last over, Monty comes in, opens his account. He's a 91 not out.
Well played, Monty. And now West Indies, brilliant. They've done well to defend that score. England were looking good at one stage. They picked up wickets through the middle with Suleiman Ben, who's the pick of the bowlers. There he is, the big man. Fido Edwards done a brilliant job as well. Chris Gale scored some runs at the top of the order today. It was great to see him clearing the ropes. Ravi Rampal again, good with the ball. And England yet to pick up any points in this tournament so far.
A good comeback today because they were struggling 88 for 6 and then recover, then 140 for 7. That partnership between Kremlit was really important. Just the way he played, not to forget Mika, the way he batted was really important. But Chris Gill would be very happy. The spinners once again doing a tremendous job for West Indies. Suleiman Ben, Nurse, the way they bowled. Monty came in. for the last delivery, opening his account, but that was not going to be enough. But Tremlett, really a very fine knock, 27 of just 9 deliveries.
Now Morgan leads at the team. Formality, shaking hands, Chris Gale, good friends. There's a much better performance from England actually. Made a good fight of the game. I'm sure they'll be hurting inside a little bit. Pride. Nobody likes to lose. Be wanting to win their next 3 games. There are 3 games left. They have to win all 3. Must win.
Absolutely. I think the problem for England was that middle overs, they lost those wickets. They lost Ian Bell early. The run chase, that was a big wicket for them, out for 1. Ian Bell, then Mustard and Morgan having a partnership. 31 for Mustard, 22 for Morgan. In the middle overs, Ambrose, Maddie, Briston, they couldn't do much. Schofield, who came in, 32 of 26, batted really well. Tremlett unbeaten on 27 of 19. He looked good. Mika getting 24 of 10. So the last few batters doing really well for England Masters. But in the end, managing 171 for 8 and losing this game by 8 runs.
Here's the partnerships, the best partnership of the game. 52 of 35 down the bottom there, Schofield and Tremlett. Another 30-run partnership between Mika and Tremlett, but that was really it. It was the lower order that did all the damage to the West Indies bowling. Needed more from the top order. There's only one decent partnership of 34 of 20 between Mustard and Morgan. It was through the middle where both teams actually struggled with the bat. Spinners were very, very effective today. And there's the West Indies bowling card. Fidel Edwards, 4 overs of 34. Thought he bowled a good spell. Taylor was expensive today. Still took 2 wickets. But Suleiman Ben did the damage, 2 for 11.
Yeah, let's have a chat with Morgan. Raman Barod is out there for the interview.
And hard luck again today, but this was a close match.
Yeah, very, very close. Couldn't be prouder of the guys and how they played, particularly given how the result in the first game, we weren't really at the races. We were played off the park. Today, not only did we compete, but a lot of the questions around how we finished, you know, we'll be able to answer. Our skill level, there was a drastic improvement on the first game's performance all around, really, with the bat, with the ball and in the field. You know, our top order hasn't really got firing as of yet, but you know, the difference today, some contributions all round, really did push a strong West Indies team, which resulted in a fantastic game, and they're always great to be a part of. So, you know, finer things to look upon today as opposed to drastic improvements from the first game.
When you look at that batting lineup, you expect the top order to take a little more responsibility because that batting order towards the middle does look a little thin. Yeah, here you have to commend the guys that came in and performed the way they did. Our all-rounders down the order and the way that they struck the ball. But our top order, certainly the way the bowlers bowled on a wicket like that, I mean, it's a batter's paradise here at the D.Y. Patel. So when you're only chasing the score that we were, you could possibly give yourself a little bit more time. We did strike the ball better today as a top order, but just giving chances and being 3 and 4 down early did really hurt us come the back end. Going back to when you were bowling and you had the West Indies in a spot of bother with the spinners operating, those runs towards the end, in the end, costing you, dear? Yeah, here, I think given how good it is a wicket to bat on, I don't think I can be too critical on the seam bowlers towards the end. I thought we did a magnificent job. The 2 spinners in the middle, Chris Schofield and Monty Panesar, really did peg the West Indies back, making inroads, taking wickets. You know, it's the greatest value in holding momentum, but your execution towards the end has to be eye on perfect, given the quality of the surface here. Now, you've had a couple of games in 3 days and another 2-day break, and you play another game. The physio's being kept busy. Physio's definitely being kept busy. I think that our MVP so far has been the physio and the doctor. But that's bound to happen. I mean, some guys haven't played in 3-4 years, but they're absolutely loving it, having a great time. And, you know, come Monday, come that 2-day, 3-day break, we'll be ripe and ready, hopefully. You ran the West Indies Masters close today. Better luck next time. Thank you very much.
That came really close. Both the openers came in, Phil Mustard and Ian Bell. They had a task in hand. But then Ian Bell, that was a tremendous take by Fidel Edwards, diving to his left side. Jerome Taylor getting that important wicket, and then of course Mustard and Morgan had a brief partnership coming down the track as well. Runs were coming at that stage. That partnership was building some lovely shots as well down the ground on the onside, and that pair was doing a tremendous job. And then of course the seamers were being castled, and then this happened. Finn Mustard just edging that to the keeper Ramdeen, Rampal getting that wicket, and then of course trying those big shots at that stage, and a few wickets fell. Some good catching as well, Ravi, at that stage by West Indies.
Yeah, it was, and it was a flurry of wickets when Sullivan Ben came in to bowl. Started with that delivery there, and then picked up another one very quickly after, and England were in trouble at this stage. Really struggling, and actually Nurse there, another wicket. Finding the field, England were disappointing for Maddie. But Tremlett showed some resistance with Schofield, has put on a really good partnership of 50 plus. Just brought England back into the game. Just thought it might have a chance to chase this down. See Tremlett just striking the ball so cleanly. Both of them, and the ball racing across this fast outfield. But it was this wicket from Taylor that really ended the hopes of England. Never really looked like chasing it down after that. It was a good little cameo from Mika. Came in and found the boundary from his first 3 balls, 4-4-6. But a good last over from Smith saw the end to this game. Monty came in, who was already 90 not out. Managed to end on 91 not out. Not quite.
It was all about West Indies, how they batted. Of course, lose the toss and batting first. So West Indies Masters getting 179 for 6. Gale getting 39. Panesar and Schofield bowled really well, both the spinners, picking up 5 wickets among themselves. And England Masters 171 for 8. Schofield 32, Mustard getting 31. Ben once again bowled beautifully, 2 for 11 for him in his 4 overs. Rampal 2 for 39. And West Indies in the end win this game by 8 runs. Really good win for them. Coming back strongly into the league, of course, with 4 points now. West Indies Masters, they're having a good run so far, beating Australia. And today England Masters still stay without any points in the league table. And of course, top 4 teams will qualify for the semi-finals. India Masters as well, top of the league with 4 points. We'll take a short break and we'll come back for the post-match presentation. Had a really exciting game. Everyone here would really enjoyed this game. Of course, West Indies winning by 8 runs. Let's head down to Ridhima, who's almost ready there for the post-match presentation.
The West Indies Masters continue to march on. A good victory here by 8 runs. And with that, I welcome all of you to the post-match presentation of the 5th match of the International Masters League. Now, before starting the proceedings, the IML would like to thank its sponsors and partners. Sivdak Global Platinum sponsor, Bank of Baroda Platinum sponsor, Dream 11 official fantasy sports partner, NMDC official partner, SAIL, NTPC, NRDA, Rubat official partners, and mutual funds Sahi Hai is umpire partner, Campa Cola pouring partner, Seat Tire strategic timeout partner. Our ticketing partner is Book My Show. You can watch the IML matches live on Jio Hotstar along with Color Cineplex and Color Cineplex Super Hits 7 p.m. onwards. The IML would also like to thank Dr. Vijay Patil and the D.Y. Patil Stadium staff and the Navi Mumbai Police for their cooperation and support. Also, the last match here in Navi Mumbai, it has been fantabulous over the last couple of days. I would also like to introduce you all to the presentation party tonight. We have with us Mr. Krunal Seth, co-founder and global CIO, Sivdak, and Dr. Vijay Patil. Along with us, we also have Sir Vivian Richards. Well, with that, may I start with the awards tonight. Our very first award of the evening is the Sivdak elevated most sixes of the match to the player who hit the most sixes gets a check of INR 50,000. It will be presented by Mr. Krunal Seth, and it goes to Chris Gayle. He hit 4 sixes tonight, was flamboyant with the bat to give West Indies the perfect start along with Dwayne Smith. We will now move on to the next award, which is the Player of the Match Award, which comprises of a trophy as well as a check of INR 50,000, and it will be presented by Dr. Vijay Patil. The award goes to Sulaiman Ben. He bowled at an economy of just 2.8, picked up 2 wickets, gave away just 11 runs in his 4 overs. I request Sulaiman to kindly come forward for a quick chat. Well, you've had a fantabulous day in the middle.
Yeah, after the first game, I wish for one tonight, so I'm pleased with it.
So what was it like to share the dressing room with Chris Gayle all over again?
It's been good, you know what I mean? We had some good times where we were proper professionals, and now we're retirees, we're having more fun. It's good.
You bowled so tight, you hardly gave any room to the batters. What were your bowling plans like?
I mean, from observing how the English guys bowled, you know what I mean, earlier, I decided to keep things close. Bowl a nice thing.
Hope your fingers are doing well, though.
I mean, it's going to happen, you know what I mean? Back in the game.
Back in the game. Well, congratulations and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Well, with that, may I please request the winning captain to kindly come forward. The captain for tonight's game was Chris Gayle, and we'd love to have him here. Hello and good evening.
Good evening.
You must be very pleased with that performance from the boys.
Absolutely, I'm happy with the win. Can say I leave the guys on a winning note because this is my last game due to bad circumstance back home as well. But overall, it was a very good game. We started very well with the bat, myself and Dwayne Smith, and then the spinners pegged us back a bit. Chris and Panas by picking up some key wickets at some crucial times as well, and then we eventually find ourselves on the back foot. But in the back end, Nurse, Dean Ryan give us a chance to actually fight in total 180. That's what I asked for before the start of the game as well, 180, and we did get 179, so I'm really happy with the win overall.
That was a brilliant match summary. You should join us in the comms. But what does it feel like to don the maroon jersey all over again?
Nah, it's good. As I said to the guys, it's good to actually be in the field with Brian Lara once more again, to actually see the guys once more. These moments bring back a lot of memories, so we can talk back like what happened 10 years ago, what happened like 15 years ago, because I've been playing for like 20 years. So with a guy like Brian Lara now, even he said to himself, it was good to actually grace the field once more, with the universe boss as well, but credit must goes to my bowlers as well. I got to give them credit to actually defend 179. The fast bowler started really well, and Sulaiman Ben, our spinners actually kind of pegged them back as well. Sulaiman Ben, man of the match, was brilliant with the ball today as well, and Ashley Nurse. So I'm happy overall, with the win.
Also, you had the X factor in the dugout, so Viv Richards.
Yeah, it's good to see Master Blaster here as well. I thought he was going to come and play. Maybe he can be my replacement. So I think we can get Viv out there to actually, put on some pads, and we can see, Sir Viv actually out there smashing it again once more. But he's like, oh, Chris, no, man, I don't have any more muscles. All my muscles are gone, Chris. So no chance of getting me on the field. So, but it's good to see him, though.
Yes, he's looking very fit. I hope he's listening to you. A message to the boys before you leave?
Yeah, I want to wish him all the best. I'm really enjoying the tournament. But due to circumstances, I have to leave. I didn't get a chance to actually meet, even the Indian players, the Sri Lanka player, Jack Callis, the South African players. So all those legends, I would love to catch up with them as well. As much as we want to, do battle on the field, but it's actually always good to actually see, those faces, those familiar faces you used to have battle with, in your prime time as well. But we're next year again. Hopefully, I'll be back again, and we can have, even a better tournament.
We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you. Go well.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Cheers.
Chris Gayle. Of course, the game coming up tomorrow. The second leg starts at Vadodara International Masters League, match number 6. That's at the BCS Stadium, Vadodara. Sri Lanka Masters taking the Australia Masters. Is going to be a big game as well, and that's going to be an important game, especially for the Australia who lost the first game. So we'll join action tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Till then, it's goodbye and good evening from all of us here in Navi Mumbai.